What do you do when your partner cheats on you?
I get angry. That's what I do.
Thank you. That was so helpful, Reid Malco from
Awesome.
readaboutsex.com.
And you're welcome, Cathy, virtually from intimacypleasure.com.
It can be really devastating to be cheated on.
Mm-hmm.
There's a trust that's been broken, because cheating implies it's cheating and having open relationships are different things. Cheating implies that there was an agreement that this wouldn't happen or a lack of communication about something happening.
Mm-hmm.
So there is it's you committed to something. This is a big violation of trust.
Yeah. There's a really good book by Tammy Nelson
Mm-hmm.
called the New Monogamy.
Yes.
And it's a book about healing after infidelity. And I love that book. It has some really great frameworks on how to use cheating as an opportunity to figure out what's going on in your relationship and get present with the relationship and recalibrate the relationship. There's lots of evidence now that people can recover and build their relationship stronger because, when you look at cheating as a symptom of something else that's going on in the relationship, and you can have an open relationship and still cheat on each other too. So it's not a monogamy centric thing. But I would recommend that book. And the main bit of advice for this video, I would say, is understanding that you're going to have your feelings, your partner's going to have their feelings. So initially when you find out, all the betrayal, like all that stuff is normal for you guys to feel.
Yeah.
And to, as soon as you can, start looking at and asking yourselves questions like, if cheating was the symptom, what was going on, the disease, the dis-ease that was going on in your relationship, where you both were so disconnected that this other thing had to happen, or not have to, like had to, but this other thing occurred.
Yeah.
And getting really present and connecting together. Often you may want to bring in a third person to kind of mediate and hold
really
space, but getting present together on what was actually going on in your relationship, that thing occurred. And that's a much more proactive perspective than, the, oh my goodness, how could you, all those feelings are going to come up and they're going to be normal, but those are feelings of surprise, betrayal, grief, mistrust. And certainly feel those, but really the responsibility is on both of you a little bit, certainly, because there was something that was missing or being overlooked or out of sync in the relationship in general.
Yeah. I think both, if the relationship is going to continue, and some people do end it, but if there's enough good in the relationship, figuring out what you both want and getting a new commitment can be useful. And both people have a responsibility to get their feelings handled. Because I've seen it where 20 years down the road, the one who's been cheated on is still beating the other person up. And there's still that underlying lack of, like, I don't know if that person's going to cheat on me again, and you hurt me so bad. And while those feelings may be legitimate, like there's nothing wrong with having feelings of being hurt and mistrust, if you're still carrying them all those years later, it's hurting your relationship. And I love the nonviolent communication concept of the relationship being this energy between the two of you that you're both nurturing, and you can focus on the health of the relationship. It becomes less about, oh, I was insulted, I was rejected, and we can start looking at, like, oh, how is the health of a relationship? The cheating was a symptom that there was something off in that, and it's not necessarily so much about the person who was cheated on, and that can give you a way out that's a little more comfortable.
Yeah, there's more possibility there than the culturally approved,
what's wrong with me?
Yeah, or it's the relationship must end now because the fidelity was broken and can never be put back in place.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with ending it, but there's also nothing wrong with seeing what you can rebuild.
Awesome.
We'd
Tough
love-
subject.
Yeah.
Hope this was useful.
We'd love to
We're
know
just
what you
scratching
think.
the surface.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think. Comments.
Bye.